Hello. We are doing okay, Kate. We're going to do our first creepypasta together.
I don't know what that is.
It's called Slap Happy. The slappiest, happiest game of the century.
Yeah.
Wait, no, I read it.
No, I want to read it. Please.
No, I'm reading.
Can I read some of it?
No, you'll read the next creepypasta, like next week.
I need some help. Save my life.
A few days back, I brought a game from a garage sale on recommendation for the original owner. She gave me the game for free charge. She sold it for $3. She seemed reluctant to give it to me. As I left, I looked back to her staring at me as if I were a soldier about to go unarmed into an enemy territory. The game had no label, so I couldn't tell what it was. There wasn't any residue to show that someone had ripped it off. There was a large scratch on the back and some black streaks of something coming out of it. Oh, and it was blue. Not any specific type of blue, just blue. I got to my house and fired up the Game Boy. The game started. When it did, there was just a timer. It counted down from $999 to $899. Then the title screen appeared. It read, Slap Happy, the happiest, slappiest game of the century. The title shook me a little, but I shrugged it off and pressed start. The timer came again and started at $899 and stopping at $799.
Can I tell the rest of the story? The character select screen appeared. Most of the characters I couldn't choose. They were locked. The only character I could play as was a depressed-looking girl named Tammy, which was ironic, considering the game was called Slap Happy. I chose her. The timer started again, starting from $7.99 and stopping at $6.99. I was getting annoyed by this. So when I got to the first level, I hit pause and selected save. The only thing I got was a white screen and red text reading, Save feature has been disabled by developer due to technical problems. Enjoy the game. I figured I was going to have to finish this game in one sitting.
Someone can do the slog style.
I pressed the A button. The first level was more depressing than Tammy was. I was really wondering why this game was called Slap Happy. I decided to make Tammy walk around for a little while. Every few seconds, someone would come up to her and say something depressing. It was really an awkward few moments playing the game. At last, I thought about turning it off. But when I saw something pop out from the side of the screen and pop back in, green words flashed on top, prompting me to chase it. All I could see was its tail as Tammy ran faster and faster to catch up with it. Suddenly, I was prompted to press B. I did, and Tammy swung out a huge net. A horrible squeak erupted from the Game Boy speakers, and the screen went black. The screen was turned while with blue text reading, first level complete. The countdown started again at $6.99, but this time stopped at $6.50. A clean sound played every time the numbers changed. The second level was slightly happier. Looking though, Tammy seemed more depressed. I continued to walk around curious. I made Tammy walk around just like in the first level, and the people who stopped to say her slightly less depressing things. The same thing happened with the monster. At least, that's what I think it was in the first level. When the countdown came again, $6.50, $5.99. I was starting to get the hang of this, so I kept playing. Each level got happier, and the people said happier things as I caught each more monsters. But Tammy looked more depressed. The countdown came and went each level, $5.99 to $5.50, $5.50 to $4.99, $4.99 to $4.50, and $4.50 to $3.99, and so on, until I got the last level, and the counter was 50. I watched the countdown until it went to 0. Then the screen faded out. The screen was illuminated by colors of all sorts. Rainbow text reading, "You won! Now give this game to your friend so they can share your experience." I decided to give it to a kid who lived next door to me. He said he would play it when his parents went on vacation the following week. 3 days later, there was a news report. about a girl from my neighborhood who died of a strange poisoning of her parents were suspected of poisoning her. They showed her picture and I realized that girl sold me the game. I started to think she committed suicide when they showed her name was Tammy. Then I realized she sort of looked like Tammy from the game.
If you put the two and two together, OMG, it's
Well, let me tell you. Once I put 2 and 2 together, I really freaked out. I killed her by playing the game. I killed her! I killed her! No, it must be some kind of coincidence. I must be. Then they started talking about how this 7th death due to strange poisoning in the neighborhood this year. They showed other pictures that I realized looked like the locked characters in the game. They were dead. All of them. The next player killing one who gave the game. I immediately felt fear for my neighbor and myself in only a matter of time. Bert Ferguson, and the author of this story, was found dead 6 days later. An autopsy of his body revealed the type of poisoning. His wife was suspected for it. About 2 weeks later, his neighbor, Larry Moore, also died of a strange poisoning, and his parents were arrested on the suspicion. The whereabouts of the game is unknown, but some have claimed to see it in a used game.
Wait, Kate, I have to tell you something.
If you want to read this story, go to Wiki.
Wait, Kate, before we